Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today we're unpacking a really high-stakes reality facing one of India's most celebrated manufacturing sectors. We're looking at a severe bottleneck in the supply chain that's literally threatening long-term growth. So, let's break down exactly why India is facing such intense hide shortages right now.
I want you to step into the shoes of an Indian manufacturer for just a second. Imagine you've just landed a massive million-dollar export order. The contract's signed, the buyer is absolutely thrilled, your workers are prepped and ready to go, but there's a massive problem staring you right in the face. You can't physically fulfill the order because you simply do not have enough quality raw material to build it. Sounds completely unbelievable, right? Well, unfortunately, this nightmare scenario is becoming an everyday reality for leather manufacturers all across the country.
Okay, let's dive into this. We're going to look at the million-dollar leather problem, why rawhide quality matters, India's fragmented collection system, the hidden costs of importing, modern buyer demands, and finally, securing the future of leather.
Section 1. The million-dollar leather problem.
You see, the core issue here isn't about factory space or a lack of skilled workers. India's leather industry is facing a fundamental constraint: securing enough quality raw cattle hides. Despite having this truly massive manufacturing capacity and, an incredible heritage in leatherwork, this severe raw material shortage is acting as a hard limit on growth. Think about it. You just can't scale your business if you don't have the basic building blocks to actually create your product. Section 2. Why rawhide quality matters. Ultimately, leather quality starts with the animal itself, and there's a golden rule in this business. No tannery in the world, no matter how advanced it is, can convert a heavily damaged rawhide into premium leather. It's just not going to happen. We're talking about defects like deep scratches, tick marks, branding marks, knife cuts from processing, improper curing, and salt damage. If a rawhide comes into a facility burdened with these kinds of issues, the final leather quality suffers dramatically. There's no magic wand you can wave to just erase these flaws. And this brilliantly illustrates the cascading domino effect those defects have on a business. When your input is a poor quality hide, your output results in lower cutting yields, which basically means you get way less usable material per hide. You also see higher rejection rates on the factory floor. That inherently leads to increased production costs, and ultimately, if any of that bad leather slips through, you get customer complaints. It's a direct, painful hit to a manufacturer's bottom line.
Section 3. India's fragmented collection system.
So why is the quality so inconsistent? Well, there's a massive structural flaw at play here. In India, rawhides are typically collected through a highly fragmented, really informal network of traders and middlemen. Because there isn't a centralized, organized collection system, consistent grading is practically impossible. When the material passes through dozens of unrecorded hands, tracking the origin, the handling conditions, and the actual quality of the hide before it even reaches the tannery becomes a monumental guessing game.
And hey, this isn't just a theoretical problem. Recent industry reports point to specific, severe regional shortages, like the ones seen recently in West Bengal. These developments highlight drastically reduced local availability. When a major hub like that tightens up, it sends these massive shockwaves through the entire domestic supply chain, basically leaving manufacturers scrambling to figure out how they're going to keep their machines running.
Section 4. The hidden costs of importing.
Because local supplies are so incredibly scarce and fragmented, going overseas becomes a matter of survival. But sourcing globally introduces some pretty intense logistical and financial nightmares. Just look at the breakdown. If you buy from Australia, boom, you're hit with higher freight costs. New Zealand? Now you're dealing with much longer lead times that can stall your entire production schedule. Buying from Ukraine exposes you to unpredictable currency fluctuations. And sourcing from South America, that requires complex veterinary documentation, plus mandatory post-import disease testing before the hide can even enter your supply chain. It's an absolute logistical minefield.
Section 5. The modern buyer's demands.
Now let's look at the other side of the equation. Today's global buyers, especially the premium brands, are putting immense pressure on manufacturers. Simply saying, "Hey, trust me, I have good leather," is absolutely no longer enough. Buyers are asking tough questions. Where did it come from? Is it traceable? Is it responsibly sourced? Does it actually meet strict environmental standards? Supply chain transparency isn't just a nice-to-have anymore. It's a hard requirement. And honestly, it's a major competitive advantage.
So, the crucial point here is LWG compliance. That stands for the Leather Working Group. They provide the gold standard certification ensuring environmental best practices and supply chain traceability. Remember that highly fragmented network of middlemen we talked about a minute ago? Well, that informal network simply cannot provide the paper trail required to meet these rigorous LWG compliance demands. Bottom line, if you can't prove exactly where your hide came from, the premium global buyer is just going to walk away.
Section 6. Securing the future of leather.
So how do we fix this? Manufacturers who want to actually lead this market have to take some very specific steps. Step 1, you've got to cut through the fragmentation by building direct supplier relationships. Step 2, digitize your procurement and inventory so absolutely nothing is left to guesswork. Step 3, improve your in-house hide grading. Step 4, strictly work with certified suppliers who already meet those compliance standards. Step 5, maintain really rigorous digital traceability records for those LWG audits. And Step 6, diversify your sourcing locations to mitigate the import risks we just discussed. These steps are exactly how you reduce risk, improve consistency, and keep that modern buyer happy.
When you step back and look at the big picture, the irony is just striking. India already has everything it needs to completely dominate the global market. We're talking incredibly skilled workers, excellent state-of-the-art tanneries, and a heritage of world-class craftsmanship. But all of that immense potential is being starved simply because the most basic ingredient, the raw material itself, remains a massive bottleneck.
Which leaves us with this final provocative thought. India clearly has the skill, and it definitely has the tanneries. But sustaining long-term growth is going to require a massive shift in how the supply chain operates. The companies that invest in better sourcing, digital transparency, and supply chain transparency today are going to be the ones who lead the market tomorrow. So, the question is, who will step up to make that investment? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today. It's been a truly fascinating look into a complex industry. Keep learning, and I'll catch you on the next one.